What's up, guys? So what's the deal with email lists? I mean, aren't they like super outdated and totally useless? Not so. They're actually the best tool that you can use to market any business. And in this video, I'm going to show you both the why and the how of getting started with email lists in private practice. Welcome to Private Practice Skills. I'm Dr. Marie Fang, psychologist in private practice. I post videos offering tools I learned the hard way about starting and growing private practice so that you don't have to. So I did a quick poll on Instagram the other day, and it revealed that 96% of you who responded to that poll do not yet have an email list set up for your private practice. By the way, quick shout out to my friend, Dr. Ann-Louise Lockhart, who was the one respondent who did have an email list. If you're wanting some inspiration for private practice and inspiration for life, go check out her Instagram page. She's really killing it, not just with her email list, not just in private practice, but in life. Okay, so let's clear something up first about email lists. Email lists are totally worth your time. I know when I first heard about email lists, they seemed so archaic and useless. I mean, don't people just kind of delete them and not look at them? But in reality, they're so much more valuable than all of the social media platforms, because on social media platforms like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, etc., those platforms own your followers and subscribers. They can change their algorithm at any point and suddenly you don't have any engagement on your posts. But with email lists, you own your email list. You can contact your email subscribers at any point that you want, and no one can take that away from you. And just a little bit of data to drive this point home. For example, on Instagram, every time you post something, only 6% of your followers see that post. That means every time you post something, 94% of people who said, yes, I'd like to see all of Marie's posts, never see it. In contrast, through email, I average about a 40% open rate. So that's 6 times the percentage of people who are seeing my posts on Instagram. So why does getting your content in front of your target audience even matter? Well, if you're able to be in the inbox of your loved ones, networks of current clients, past clients, anyone that you might know or be connected to you, if you're in their inbox every single week or every single month, helping them with helpful tips and tools in your niche, then when somebody is needing to come to therapy for the first time, or maybe return to therapy or refer someone else to therapy, you're going to be top of mind for your niche. This will help build trust and make you the go-to person that people reach out to when they need some support. Okay, so now hopefully you're bought into the idea of an email list, but my guess is if you haven't gotten started with email lists before, it could seem really daunting. So I'm going to walk you through how to get started with building your email list. First, pick an email service provider. This is the service that simply collects emails for you and helps you schedule and design the emails that you send out to your following every week or every month, however often you reach out. There's many email service providers available out there. Personally, I found MailChimp to be the most user-friendly and the easiest to use if you're just getting started. It's also completely free up to the first 2,000 subscribers, so that could be a great option for you. Once you have your email service provider set up, the next question is, how do you get people to sign up for your list? First, make sure you never add people to your list without their permission. Not only is this rude, but the land of the internet has really strict rules about how to add people to the email list. So how do you get people on your list? This leads us to step 2, and that's creating a freebie. As an incentive for people to sign up for your email list, it helps to give away free and helpful content in exchange for someone's email address. You really want to make sure your freebie is relevant to your niche as a therapist, so that the people who are signing up for your freebie are people who are going to want to see the rest of your content. So for example, with Private Practice Skills, I'm all about helping people start and grow their private practice. And as of right now, the freebie that's gotten me the most email subscribers is my giant, complete checklist all about how to get started in private practice. So it makes sense that people who want that freebie also want to see my other content related to my niche. Once you have your freebie developed, the question is, how do you get people to connect the freebie to their email and have it all sign up so that they end up on your email list? This is where creating a landing page is super important. So you go back to that email service provider. Let's say you're using MailChimp, and then you need to design a landing page. A landing page is effectively an intermediary between your website or your Facebook or wherever you're posting the link to your freebie and the sign-up form for people to get added to the email list. So you can see as an example on my main website, there's a link to sign up for my free startup guide, and once you click on it, you're actually taken away from my domain name and onto a MailChimp landing page. This is just an example of what a landing page looks like. You can design it to be completely consistent with your brand, but it just makes it easy for people to be able to put in their email and get it added to your email list. So the next step is to create a welcome email. This just means that once somebody signs up for your freebie, not only do they get access to that freebie, but they automatically receive an email in their inbox from you welcoming them to your email list. This is a great opportunity to introduce yourself and set some expectations for what's going to come in their inbox now that they've signed up for your email list. So it's helpful to include what to expect as far as content as well as frequency. There are ways to set up an automatic welcome email through MailChimp and all of the service providers, making it easy to just do it once and done and never have to look at it again. The next step is to find places to market your freebie. This is also referred to as a call to action. So basically, you want to put a link to your freebie landing page everywhere you can possibly fathom, whether it's on social media, on your website, on a specific blog post, maybe in your email signature. You want to make it really easy for people to see that freebie so they can go ahead and sign up for it. And the last step, of course, is to send regular emails. Find a rhythm that fits for you and your routine. So weekly is great, but if it needs to be every other week or once a month, whatever works best is better than nothing. Just be sure not to promise weekly emails and then drop off the face of the earth after 4 months of not hearing from you. Coming up with content for your regular email doesn't have to be earth-shattering. If you're already posting blog post content or maybe to social media, or maybe you're giving a workshop coming up, these are all great items that you can simply borrow that same content and repost it in an email format. So personally, I release a new blog post every week and I just sum it up in my weekly email and give people a link to go see the rest of the blog post if they're interested. And ta-da, that's it. You're on your way to have everything you need to get started with email lists. If this sounds overwhelming to you, take off the tiniest pieces that you can chew and just do little steps at a time. Don't try to have your entire empire set up with multiple freebies right at the beginning. Once you've gotten into the groove of having an email list and contacting them regularly, you're set up for all the more success in the future. So if you ever decide to release an ebook or an e-course or some type of workshop, there's some type of promotion that you want to announce, you can simply send that to your email list and you're much more likely to have people respond to that call to action than if you just posted it to Instagram or somewhere else online. Well, I hope this video sparks an interest in starting an email list for your private practice. Until next time, from one therapist to another, I wish you well. Personally, I found MailChimp to be